The cost of owning a home in some parts of Southwest Florida may take a huge jump because of recent legislation designed to make the National Flood Insurance Program solvent. To tell you what that means and how some folks are going to feel a major impact, Wink News real estate expert Denny in with us this morning. Some folks are really going to see their flood insurance rates rise under this program.
Yeah, we saw this and thought, man, this is going to be an eye-opener because flood insurance typically has been a non-issue. As you know, flood insurance is issued by the national government. It's federal. So this applies all over the country, but it's going to be Florida that's going to be the hardest hit because we're low.
So what does this law do to flood insurance?
Well, there's a slide. The Biggert-Waters Reform Act, which is also called BW12, has some good components to it. Like, for example, it extends the flood insurance program another 5 years. It was getting ready to expire. And if it went into private hands, flood insurance would be too expensive. It also adds some financial soundness to the flood insurance program because it's been underfunded. And basically, it's going to spread risk for the low-lying areas, and low houses are going to pay more their fair share. So that's not a bad thing. But its bottom line is going to cause everybody's rates to go up.
No matter almost where you are, if you're near water or in the flood zone, it can cause you big trouble. Describe what will happen to homeowners, and it will matter when the house was built.
That's correct. Generally speaking, for people that have a home newer than 1975, they're not going to feel much effect. You know, that's going to go up maybe 10% or so. But the homes before 75, and here's the slide showing you basically how you can tell the difference. Here you see a home side by side. One was built before 75 under really no flood map, and the newer one. Now that first house in the foreground, when they readjust that house may be paying 5 or 10 times more in flood insurance because it's under premium based on its risk, and that's going to be significant. So if you own that home, you have no choice. Your flood insurance is going to go up significantly, so you have to factor that into your budget.
So if your beach house is not on stilts,
and keep in mind, you bet, but it's not just the beach. It's any area where the flood zone is, and it could be like close to I-75. If it's pre-1975, you're going to see a rate hike, and so that becomes problematic to folks that want to sell their home. So, and there's a lot of these people that have been in the house for a long time. They don't have a flood insurance, flood elevation certificate. So our recommendation is to talk to your insurance man to get a little bit more facts on it. Order a flood elevation certificate and get so when you sell your house, you'll be able to give it to the buyer. Because this is going to be, surprises are good for birthdays, but they're not good in a real estate transaction. And when the buyer finds out the flood insurance isn't going to be $600, it's going to be $6,000, he finds out the day before closing, your stuff's packed up in a moving van. That's problematic.
Yeah, so you need to be prepared, and if you're buying, you got to do that kind of research.
You do that, make the contract contingent on getting the flood elevation certificate to get an accurate quote, because that kind of a surprise can ruin your day. And so this is all brand new legislation that's going to affect everyone, and this is a federal program, so it does you no good to go shop from insurance agent to insurance agent, because this is a constant rate no matter who you talk to. And it's never been an issue until now, but now it's going to be in the forefront, and it's going to be a consideration for people buying and selling.
Real quick, when's it kick in?
It's already started.
It's already in place.
Yes.
So
passed last year.
So be prepared. Going to be some changes. Thanks, Denny, for keeping us up to date. Right back with your weather and traffic and a couple of the top stories. You're watching Wink News Now this morning on TV6.